Hey, Jay.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and fellows, welcome to the Paranormal Society of Savannah. Savannah, the most haunted city on the planet Earth. We have Mr. David, the Father
Woo-hoo.
David, the nightmare to the demons and the ghost. Welcome to our live stream. Hey, yay, what's up?
Hey,
How
Jay,
are
what's
you?
up? Flavor Dave here, just coming in to say hello and thank you, Jay, for the wonderful introduction. Nobody does it better than the orb chaser himself, Mr. J. So, thanks,
I
Jay.
am Orb Chaser. If you die and planning to become Orb, I will promise I'm going to be chasing you.
Oh, man. Me specifically?
No, not you. Anybody's
Oh,
watching.
man, I wanted you to taste me specifically so I could be like, hmm, hmm,
Flying
hmm,
orbs. Hey, Dave, where you
hmm.
going? Say hi.
Oh, oh yeah, the most definitely. So Jay, what is our topic, or what is going to be our specialty we are talking about tonight?
Yeah, see, in a paranormal, there are so many things to discuss. I mean, I have no idea where to start. There's so many things around us, like ghosts, demons, haunted objects, haunted houses, the reasons, and then it comes to the cryptid, creatures, then aliens, you name it, man. But you know what happened? A strange thing today. I received a phone call. One lady, she don't live too far from my house, about like 25, 30 minutes. And I answered the phone and she said that, are you guys are ghost hunters? I say, yes, ma'am, we are. And she said that, my house is haunted, and can you guys come and
Uh-oh.
check it out? I say, yes, ma'am, that's what we do, where you are located. And she gave me the address and everything. I say, what's going on? First, tell me. She said that my house is haunted. I say, okay, how you know your house is haunted? She said that my little child, my little girl, she's about like 9 years old, and she's keep seeing old lady in the house, and she keep coming in and out of the kitchen. And when
Oh shoot.
my daughter go to the kitchen to get sandwich or water, she always see that old lady standing there. And
Wow.
when the old lady look back, her face is like there is no impression on her. There is no eyes, no nose, no mouth, and it's like a plain flat face. And my daughter started crying and yelling and screaming. And at first I thought she's just imagining, like we just
Oh,
moved in this house about 2 weeks ago. And then she said that I start seeing that lady, and she is in our laundry room and just standing there. First I thought my daughter is having imagination, maybe because of the new house.
sorry.
And since I start seeing her, then it make me like kind of curious, kind of scared. So what you guys think? I said, okay, just tell me that you say you moved about few months in this house, like not too long ago. You just bought this house. This house is not very
Oh
old.
wow.
It built like 1975 or 80. And she said that house was empty for like 2 years. Nobody lived in that house. So I say,
Oh
okay,
wow.
well, I will talk to the Mr. Patrick and David and see if we can make a schedule, and we can come over there one day and see what's going on. So I start wondering that what it make the house haunt. Like, we have so many cases, like our office is haunted, our
Oh
our
yeah.
barber shop, our tea shop, our, like, office, our, like, house, old house, new house. I always wonder what is the reason behind it, man.
Yeah, and a lot of the things that I've seen, Jay, and I'm not trying to cut you off or anything,
Yeah,
but I've
no, no.
noticed like why places they get haunted, and a lot of it says like a tragic history or a violent offense, and homes that are tied to death, murders, or traumas are one of the most often reported as a being a haunted house. So maybe something like that happened to that house, or you know what I mean. You'd have to go back and try to look at the history. if she could tell what type of, I don't know, I'd say spirit maybe is roaming or in the house, maybe she has to look back at the time frame and try to figure out their era of clothes, and then she can go back and research. And maybe the house was surrounded by it was a Civil War hospital, makeshift hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she said that she see the lady like in a white dress. The old time the ladies used to wear like kind of white gown, long robe,
Oh,
like straight dress, and older lady look like it, white gray hair, long hair, but she have no nose, ears, no face, no eyes, no mouth. It looked like a strange entity at the same time, like humanly figure. And
oh wow.
since she started seeing that, then she realized that she need to get like professional help. If it's a demonic entity or it's just person died, he did not, you know, go to the light, and still the person is stuck in that house. I said, well, do you have any history about that house, who lived before? She said, no, we did not research anything, we just saw on listing and we just bought it. I said,
Oh
well,
wow.
we
So
so what I'm gonna give that the address to Mindy, and probably what she can do. She's pretty good in researching the history of the house, So Mindy can figure out. So
oh yeah. That would definitely be, the person to like look into what the history is. Yeah, that's a good. Mindy is good for that. Mindy's also a teammate on Paranormal Society of Savannah.
yeah, she's our case manager, and a good researcher about any land, any history about a house, graveyard, you name it. She can pull the history, the whole history of that location. So it sometimes it really help us. But the thing is that when we go to a location, we don't want to know a lot of information about that. Maybe one person of the team do have all the information, like a
Oh yeah.
Mindy, and we, as a paranormal investigator and a demonologist, I don't like to have any information ahead of time. So, because what we find over there, and Mindy say, yeah, that's true. That was in the book. So it certified that, hey, what we are seeing, what we are feeling, is goes to the it matches the history of the house. So it like kind of verification, what we are seeing, what we are finding is correct.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I've also seen when hang on, just go ahead and keep talking for a minute, Jay. I gotta shut my door real quick.
Okay, sure. Yeah. So yeah, that's the discussion we are talking today. That what make the property haunted, or and what I found, there are so many different reasons, not one reason. The murder, suicide, sudden or painful death, abuse, or extreme suffering in that house also can cause the property or the land haunted. So
Yeah. Sorry, Jay. I just had to close the door and kind of fix the lighting in here. It was a little bright.
that look good. Yeah, that looks spooky, man. There's somebody standing right behind you. Is okay listening
Hey,
to
don't
you.
be saying that. You know they call me Aaron of the group, and it's because I'll turn it all behind. I'm out of here. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry I didn't catch where you were. So where are we at in this little point in the junction?
Yeah, so like I was talking about, like, what are the main reasons what any house or property can be haunted. The first reason I found is like a murder. Like, if any murder happened in that house, that that like energy stay there, because the pain of the murder or suffering of the murder in that house, and mourning and all that emotions stay in that location. The
Oh
second thing
yeah.
is like,
So
uh-huh.
what you're saying, like tragedy and violent events, yeah, and anything like some ideal stuff is like strong emotional energy will like imprint itself into the environment, causing like residual hauntings and stuff like that. So yeah,
And
we're on
like
the
see, what happened is like we are made out of energy. Our soul is energy. So when you are leaving, when you're going, uh, then what we have to see what situation you are in, what state you are. Are you happy, you pleased, you blessed, or you satisfied, or you are suffering, or you are emotionally disturbed? Whatever your stage your spirit leave, it leave the marks surrounding or surrounding of that property. And that the energy what you are going through is going to stay behind you. So when somebody else come into that property or that land, they're gonna feel the same energy what you are going through. Sometime you, like a suicide case, you know, like somebody, you know, committed suicide, that is the most haunted property I consider, because whoever did commit that act, his energy gonna stay there and it gonna repeat itself. It's called like a residual haunting. It is
Oh yeah,
harmless. The residual haunting is not intelligent. You cannot communicate. You cannot get answers from that entity. What you can see is like that entity is repeating itself. You know, if somebody like jump out of the window, as soon as you go into that room, sometime you see that a person is jumping out of the window. Because if you see the history, they say, hey, somebody jumped out of the window like 30 years ago or 100 years ago, commit a suicide, and this still the energy of that person is there and keep repeating the same thing. But residual haunting is not kind of like dangerous, but it's disturbing.
sure. For sure. And yeah, I agree. Like the residual hauntings, sometimes they're not really, or they can be intelligent hauntings. And a lot of the time, the residual hauntings can react to you. And the way it reacts to you, it like moves things. It answers like some of the questions you're asking it through EVP, and it can
Hmm.
mimic voices, which wakes you up at night or anything like that. Yeah, some of the residual hauntings are very intelligent. Some of them, it's just gonna happen because it's been that way since the dawn of time, I guess, so to speak.
It depends on like what had happened in the past. Like sometime we hear gunshot and we find out like somebody used that in that property. And sometime we hear screaming, help, the last moment of the person. But it's like every case is a different. Also,
Oh
what
yeah,
I found out very uh, another big reason is like playing some kind of cult, like playing Ouija board,
hmm
playing with the different spells, or doing some kind of black rituals, like, you know, inviting the entity for your own purpose, you know, like on purpose, like you inviting like some kind of dark energies in your house to, I don't know for what reason. Like, so once you open the portal, that house is going to be haunted. That entity
yeah,
gonna stay there. Doesn't matter. Maybe, you know, like you played a Ouija board or you played some kind of game, or you did a ritual. What you did, you just open up a portal, and that dark entity came, and maybe he talked to you or she talked to you, and suddenly you left, you went to different house, or you went to different state, but that entity gonna be there. So if you come and start, you know, residing in that property, then that entity is going to haunt you because he's there, he's not ready to leave.
yeah, for sure, man. And so what you're saying is there could be like other type of entities, like activity also being like poltergeist maybe, or just as residual. So what would you say like poltergeist activity? It often mistake it's oftenly mistaken as ghosts, but it's usually like sleeping, high stress.
See, the poltergeist, the poltergeist entity is like roaming entities. They are
Uh,
just roaming around, and they find your home to be attractive, where they can reside and they can live and they can feel comfortable. Just like, you know, you're driving around and you're going from one state to other state and you are tired. What do? You just get the motel to stay maybe a day or night in that motel, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the porter guys are just like that. They are roaming entities. They are just traveling from one spot to other spot, and if they like your house, what they're gonna do, they're gonna stay in your house, but they're gonna mess with your brain. They're gonna mess with you. They're gonna try to realize to you that we are here. And now, like, as we go to the motel, we stay for a day or a couple of days, we leave. But the poltergeist,
Yeah.
if they like your house, they're gonna stay there forever. So
Oh, yeah.
the, and poltergeist, like, they like to mess. They like to mess with you. They like to mess with your items sitting in the house. Just okay, I don't know, have you ever had a cat in the house?
Yeah, we have.
So what the cat do, it gonna just start dropping stuff in your house, jump
Oh,
into the shelf, a
rain.
book, whatever is sitting, they're playing with the curtains,
Oh,
and
yeah.
and never sit still. Whatever you have on the shelf, it gonna drop it, right? So the poltergeists are just like that. They never sit still. They just try to drop stuff, like try to stop
And they
move
can
stuff.
energy manifest like banging stuff. They can move objects. They can electrical disturb a lot of stuff. So poltergeist, some claim it's not a ghost, but a human energy kind of like gone wild. Like,
Yeah. See, the
that,
poltergeist, they love, as you say, that when you are scared, they laugh. Like you say, "Oh my God, what is that?" They say, "Ooh, I scared him. Oh, I scared. I like that." And then he said to the other guy, "Can you do better, man?" "Yeah, I can do better. I can scare him more." So they're like, they just like to scare the hell out of you. And they have fun.
yeah, they do. And they, like I said, they will throw stuff. They'll move stuff, especially if they 100% know they're picking off your energy and you're showing them that you're scared or you're responsive or receptive to their energy. Oh, they'll turn it up on you.
Yeah. See, the poltergeist, like, what happened if you keep getting scared and scared and scared, their energy is gonna be more and more and more. The point, they start, instead of moving stuff, now they start becoming an evil entity. Now they start scratching you, pushing you, and pulling your hair. Then you say that, oh, that's something different. So
Yeah.
better to stop them right on the first at the like a first step. Like as soon as you see there poltergeist activity in your house, you just call somebody or like call us, and we'll say, "All right, Mister Poltergeist, time to go."
Okay, time to get you moved on out of here.
Yep.
So, Jay, so moving on with some of this podcast, uh, I know you wanted to talk about some haunted objects and why stuff gets cursed. So,
Um, yeah, haunted objects. We talked several time, and that is my favorite topic, man. Like haunted objects. See, there are like uh, I will say like three different kind of objects. Like first is like active objects. We call it like active objects. Like active objects are not very harmful. They are not like kind of scary. If you put a doll somewhere and the doll is like kind of active doll, what it gonna do, it just gonna move a little bit like that. That's all it gonna do. It gonna give you EMF reading, and that's it. It gonna do nothing. Maybe it gonna fall, and maybe it gonna move the hand or head like that. That's it. Active objects, they're not like harmful. Then there is like haunted objects. When you get your haunted object, then it's like kind of second level. Once you get the
oh
haunted
yeah,
objects, what it gonna do, it gonna play with your mind. It gonna play with your thoughts, give you sleep paralysis. You're sleeping at like in middle of night, and somebody's trying to pull your blanket, and he say, "Wake up!" I say, "Whoa, what is that?" That's a haunted object. It try to
oh yeah,
haunt you. It try to scare you for no reason, and start seeing the dreams, and start things are moving in your house
Hey,
and doors are opening and closing, the lights are flickering. That is a haunted object. It just mean to haunt you. But the third one, which I don't like, is a
Papa
cursed
Smurf.
object. Hey, 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 hey. The third
Welcome in,
object,
guys. Welcome in.
yep, yep. You can join our live if you like to give them
Yeah,
maybe, yeah.
if you have stories or if you have something you want to talk about, come on in. We will definitely take guests at any time. Feel free. And if you have comments, put them in the comments and we'll be sure to read them and answer them in the order we get them in.
Yeah,
So,
man. The third kind of object, I don't like it. It's a third kind of object which I say is a curse object. Now, the curse object can destroy your life, destroy your family, even can kill you. You know, there are so many curse objects around, like Danny, the haunted doll. I think it's in
oh yeah.
Florida. Annabelle, that's a curse object. Then,
Annabelle's in the glass case. They don't let Annabelle out of that glass case no more.
yeah, those are not active. Those are not cursed. Those are like a haunted object or curse object. Sorry, not a haunted, but curse object.
Hurt.
Like a curse
Oh yeah.
mean like if yeah, you can have a active object. Haunted is okay. You can deal with, but when it comes to the curse object, it is mean that somebody made it for you, or somebody put a curse on that object to destroy somebody. And
Oh
like
yeah.
not only the objects can be cursed, the homes can be cursed, the cars can be cursed. You can curse anything, it's gonna become a bad luck to somebody else.
Yeah, for sure. Dolls can be cursed, right, Jay?
Who? Dolls?
Dolls.
Yeah, cursed dolls. Yeah, they're like
Oh yeah.
dolls. Like, oh man, it's like you can, like when you make a curse object, there are two different ways. Like one is like your emotional energy. Like, for example, like you bought a house, right? And
Oh yeah.
you work all your life, you bought a house, and somebody else comes and take your home for no reason and force you to get out of the house. Now it don't happen in America, right? It don't happen in America because we have laws and everything. But in other countries, like, yeah, the mafia comes, a big daddy come, or whoever come,
Hey,
they
Dad.
force you to leave your house. Hey, just you got like a week, or we're gonna, kill you. We need this property, and you have no way. So when you're leaving the house, you curse it like, oh my God, work all my life, and this is my house. Whoever live in this house, I hope he die. He never survived. That's your
That's
curse before you
probably
leave.
Dad.
So that property make that curse make that property haunted. So whoever is
Oh yeah.
gonna come in that property is not gonna be able to live in there. So that
A
curse.
lot of stuff gets cursed, like for personal attachment, like you're just talking about. Like,
Yep.
it's something important to somebody, and they're
Yeah.
like, if I can't have this, then I'm gonna make sure that
Nobody has.
nobody else has it. Or if you do, you're gonna have so much bad luck or even death. Some
Yep.
curses will really mess you up.
Yep.
So like
Uh,
a lot of the haunted and cursed objects, they're trauma and suffering based. So like especially like war objects or hospital items or things involved in death. Like you talked about the doll, like Annabelle and Robert. You talked about Robert the doll. Robert the doll is another one of those crazy dolls, but a divot box, Jay. Tell 'em about a divot box.
have you ever heard about uh, Thomas Busby's bed?
Oh yeah, I have heard about Thomas Busby's dead. I
Did we
saw
talk
something about
before
it.
Thomas Busby's bed?
I don't think we talked about it. No, not on the podcast.
Okay. Do you want me to give you like a little bit
Yeah,
about?
definitely get into
Okay,
that.
yeah. So, I'm like when I read that, I might say, "Oh my God, what is that?" Thomas Busby bed is considered one of the most haunted cursed object in history. It was an ordinary wooden bed, but the terrible story connected to it turned into a symbol of death, fear, and dark curse. People believe that anyone who slept on this bed would die. The story comes
Oh,
from
wow.
North Ayrshire, England, in 18th century. Thomas Busby was poor, aggressive, and heavy drinker man. He spent most of his time in a local inn, drinking alcohol and getting into fight. He lived with his father-in-law, whom he deeply hated. Busby also had a friend named Daniel Oddy. Over a time, Busby becomes suspicious that Daniel and his father in law were secretly working against him. In 1972, Busby's anger reached a limit. One night, he brutally murdered his father in law. After the murder, the Daniel Orry informed the authorities. Thomas was arrested but put in a trial, a sentence to death. Okay, so what happened before his execution? Busby was taken to his favorite inn for one last drink. Then he went to his room and sat on his beloved bed. As he stood up, filled with rage and hatred, he cursed the bed and said, "Anyone who sleep on this bed will be die." So
Wow.
he cursed that bed before he died. So those were
Man,
said to be his final words. Later that day, Thomas Busby was taken to a nearby crossroad and publicly hanged. Oh, he was publicly hanged at that time.
wow.
That's after his execution, the bed was left in that inn. Soon, strange death began to occur. A soldier slept in that bed. He died. A soldier slept in the bed. He died shortly afterward. A worker slept in it, and he was found dead. During World War II, several pilots slept in that bed and never returned from their mission. Okay, over time, many
Great.
sudden unexpected deaths were linked to that bed. People become convinced that this bed is cursed. As the fear
Wow.
spread in town, the owner of the inn removed the bed and placed into a storage room. But even then, workers reported accidents, illness, and strange misfortunes in that inn. Finally, the decision was made to remove that bed completely from that inn. The bed was donated to the Thrisk Museum in North Yorkshire, England.
Wow.
Today, today the Thomas Busby's bed is displayed in that museum. But there is an important detail: the bed is hung on the wall far above the ground, so nobody accidentally can sit on it. According to the museum staff, after the bed was removed, the mysterious death stopped.
And Busby. Oh,
Nobody
I've heard the same thing about Busby Soup. Did you hear about that?
heard what?
Busby Soup chair.
No.
Well, Busby Soup chair is kind of like the same premise as the bed you were talking about. And the chair itself is cursed the same way, Jay. That so that you can't sit in the chair. It was donated to a museum and it hangs high above the museum.
Yes, I saw that online somewhere. That chair is sitting up there. That is
That thing is
strange.
so high off the ground. They're like, you don't want to sit in that chair. You sit in that chair and you might die.
Oh, yeah.
So, so talking about like Busby's bed and stuff like that, have you heard about the what was it, like the little boy, the crying boy painting or whatever that's associated with all these fires and arson? The
Crying.
whole house would burn down and the painting would never be blemished, touched, or anything. Perfect.
Yeah, Crying Boy painting. The Crying
Yeah,
Boy painting is very, very famous. Like it's a crazy man. But like I have heard so many stories about that painting.
yeah. Painting. I was just reading some stuff on it, and like everywhere that that painting's ever been associated with has burned down, and then they've come to the light. the painting itself on the scene, and they're like, "Oh my God, there's not a scratch, not a burn mark, not wet, nothing. It's
Yeah,
an
like
immaculate picture."
wherever you kept that painting, that place burned down. Like
Yeah,
even they said that even if you have a replicated, I mean, a replication of that painting, still affect the same way. If like
yeah,
it's not original, I don't know where the original painting is right now, but if you have a replica of that painting, like I think the story goes like that. There was a painter, and I don't know where it's in France or somewhere. He saw a boy sitting on the street, and he was crying badly. And the painter say, "Oh, what's happened?" He said that my mom and dad died, and he said, "Oh, no problem." The painter drew his picture like while he was crying, and it was so sad, it was so emotional, that that painting
wow,
become like one of the curse. And the boy disappeared, and the painting left in his house, like in his like whatever the studio is. But
uh,
the painter was so depressed after doing that painting that he couldn't sleep. He could not like be the same. He was not a same person of drawing that painting. That what happened is like his whole house got burned. The painter, the whole studio got burned, but the painting survived.
oh
So
wow,
the painting was so beautiful. He sold it to somebody else. His house got burned, and people start saying that, "Oh, this painting is so beautiful. We're gonna replicate that." Just like a Mona Lisa painting, there are so many replicas of Mona Lisa. So whoever painted have a painting hang in their house or office, or everything burned, but the painting survived. So there was a time that everybody said this painting is so haunted. Whoever have these paintings in their homes, offices, bring all of them. We're gonna pile it, and we're gonna burn all the paintings at the same time. The people did at that time, and but it still did not work. There was so many paintings that few left behind, and there are still some. I don't know what.
oh wow, yeah. Like those paintings that you're talking about, people like a lot of people will report that they like feel watched, bad luck, and accidents after buying those paintings, and shadows moving behind the glass. Like you said, the famous painting was the crying boy, and then the anguished man, kind of like the same thing. I don't know if you've
Yep.
heard about the anguished man.
Yeah, Anguish Man is like a very scary guy, like a very scary painting. It's like his face is kind of melting, and like I don't know, like Anguish Boy, or like we need to draw, man. We need to draw something. We want to make a curse painting, man. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think I want to do that to anybody, man. I don't got nobody that I don't like that much that I need to go ahead and haunt and curse them. You know what
If you
I'm saying?
don't
Hey, what do you?
subscribe our channel, you will be
You're gonna get
cursed.
a crying baby boy painting.
Oh my God, that's true. So
Well, yeah, that's a pretty crazy one too. But have you ever heard of like haunted jewelry or anything like that? Like
yeah, there are hope
jewelry.
diamonds, man. There are hope
Oh yeah, the
diamonds.
Hope
Is the
Diamond. But the
most.
Hope Diamond was more like it's like a sad thing more than like a curse thing. It's kind of just surrounded by tragedy. Like anyone who owns it goes bankrupt and financial crisis and all that crazy stuff with the Hope Diamond.
Yeah,
Um,
there are not only hope that there are like few other diamonds and the stones. They are cursed for the biggest empires. The biggest like rulers, and so many empires. Like whoever got those diamonds, they just like lost their whole legacy.
whoa,
Whoever owned that diamond. So yeah, the so far I remember, I think the Hope diamond is the most cursed diamond right now.
yeah, that's crazy. With those like with the Hope Diamond and a lot of the other like jewelry that's haunted and carved or whatever. A lot of people that own the stuff will they'll say they experience like grief, betrayal, sudden death, and then some owners like report like nightmares seeing the former owner. That would be pretty creepy to me. Feeling cold around the jewelry. Ever heard of anything
Um,
like that, Jay?
No, well, I can tell you my personal story if you want to.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
about like year and a half ago, like I was in a flea market, right? So I saw
Nicole.
a young couple, husband and wife, I guess. They were in a flea market and they were selling some stuff in the flea, like on the table. A lot of stuff, like old stuff, tapes, cassettes, clothes, and all that. So they were selling a necklace in a beautiful old box, red box, and there was a necklace, old necklace, but the necklace was kind of broken. So I say, I like this necklace. Probably I can fix it and sell it on a Facebook. So I say, how much this one? And the guy say, I don't know. That belongs to my mom. Whatever you want to give me, I will take it. I say, okay, but would you like this is a fair price? He say, yeah, okay, get it. So I took that bracelet and I mean the necklace, and I brought it home. I fixed it, I polished and cleaned it, and I put it on a Facebook. And maybe like a couple of days later, I received a phone call, and as the
Wow.
old lady, the old lady, and she said that I found this necklace is very attractive. Can you sell it to me? And that's a good price, and I give you a little bit more tip if you bring it to my house. And I say, yes, ma'am, definitely. Where do you live? She gave me an address, so I say, okay. Now you know what was the funny thing? The old lady sounded like she's calling from very, very far away. I couldn't hear her. I say, sorry, ma'am, what are you saying? And her voice was like kind of static, like, can you hear me? I said, maybe
Oh
her phone
wow.
line is bad and everything. So I took that necklace, I put it in the box, and I drove about 30 minutes away from my house. And there was like a small like a town, you say, out of Savannah. And there were like a few houses on the right side, few houses on the left side. Nothing is like in the middle of the wood. And I saw a house, and I knocked the door, and nobody answered. I knocked the door, nobody answered. I checked my address is right or not. Then suddenly, the house next door, one guy came out, and he looked at me. He said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Well, somebody ordered some stuff from this house, and I came here to deliver." And he said, "Nobody live in this house." I said,
Oh
"Okay, I'm
wow.
sorry." I said, "Is this that address?" And he said, "Yeah, this is the address. So what do you have?" And suddenly at that point, I recognized that guy. That was the same guy who sold me that necklace.
No way.
That was the same guy who sold me that necklace. I say, "Are you the guy who sold me that necklace about like 2 weeks ago?" I say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is what you were selling." Like I said, "This is the necklace." He said, "Yeah, this is my mom's necklace." And what are you doing with this? I said, "Somebody called me. Her name was Jennifer." He said, he called his wife, and his wife came. He said, "Look what he's saying." I say, "Somebody called me Miss Jennifer, and she said that I like to buy that necklace." And he said, "Jennifer is my mom's name, and she died, and that was her necklace, and I was selling."
No way.
No way. Yes. I said, "I don't know who
No
called."
way, man.
And he said
I would
that
have been like,
that that is my mom's necklace, and my mom's name is Jennifer, and she was like about 80 years ago. I mean, 80 years old, and she just passed away about like a few months ago. And we were trying to sell her stuff, and this was her favorite necklace. Whatever, we don't want it. It broken. That's why I sold it to you. So I don't know who called me, but the lady, she said that, "Hi, son, if you bring me the necklace, I will pay you extra." I said, "Yes, ma'am. What is your name?" She said, "My name is Jennifer. My name is." I that that sound was like very static. I don't know, her spirit called me or what. I gave it to him. The necklace. He said that, okay, man, I'll pay you. I will. I promise I will not gonna sell this necklace to anybody. I said, please, that's your mom's stuff, man. I will not sell my mom's stuff like this in a flea market. Respect her, you know.
Um, oh yeah.
So he said, he told his wife, we are not selling this necklace. I don't know, is this true or not, or is just like, but I want to keep this. She said, okay, honey, we're gonna keep this.
You freaked out, Jay?
No, I did not freak out. I'm curious that how somebody passed away called me. I traced the number. I cannot find it because there is no name, and there is no like somebody. I don't know, the people who passed away. They check Facebook. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe she was checking her necklace. Somebody sold it and somebody bought it. And
yeah, they
how they can call you, I have no idea. I still cannot
got
believe
my
that.
necklace. That's what I'm gonna do. And you better hope I don't die before you, Jay. I'm be texting you and all kinds of stuff. Be like, what's
Hey,
our next show gonna be on?
where is my GoPro? I'm going to haunt you. This is a David.
Oh
David,
yeah,
I'm
sure.
bringing. Where are you? I'm in a Bonaventure. Okay, I'm bringing a Bonaventure
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
So Jay, let me tell you something about a piece of like kind of jewelry I had that I guess haunted. I'm not real sure about, but and I really haven't told this story to a whole lot of people. But back when I first got to Fort Bragg, my mom had gave me this little angel pin, and every time I would jump out of airplane, I pinned it on the inside of
Oh wow.
my uniform. There's one night I'm following the guy out of the airplane and I'm too close to him. You're supposed to have like a 2 second interval, arm locked out. Well, I'm running. I'm pretty much trying to just get out with this guy, right? So what I do is I'm on his tail, and as soon as he goes out, I go out. So what happens next? Um, his pack tray opens and it hits me square in the face. I don't know if you've ever I've never been hit that hard in my life, but when a pack tray hits you in the face, boom, it hit me so hard that I was kind of like knocked out, kind of like down looking. When I came to, I looked out and I'm like, oh darn, somebody pulled their reserve because the reserve was outside. It wasn't open. That was circling, like couldn't catch no air.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, that's my reserve. So then I went to look up to see because normally if your main canopy has air, your reserve doesn't deploy, right? Or it doesn't open. It deploys, but it doesn't open. So I look up and my top canopy is cigarette rolled too, and it's just spinning above me. And I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna die.
Oh man, that
So,
is.
so I'm coming down, Jay, and I hit the ground, and I'm telling you, this is like the softest landing I've ever had. Normally, we'll hit like 30 miles an hour. It's almost like a car wreck every time you hit the ground. And Jay, I felt like something just kind of laid me down on the floor.
Oh wow.
Couldn't explain it. I had no canopy over my head, and my reserve didn't open either.
No,
So
that's a
guess what?
miracle.
When I hit the ground and I started to feel for my pin that I had on the inside, pin was gone. Never had it
Oh,
again after that.
really? That is like that is like amazing, like unbelievable happening to you.
So that to me was the first time I died in this lifetime.
Wow, that's your second time now. Yeah. Now
That
you
was the
are.
first time I feel like I died already in this life, and now I'm living in the alternate reality.
Yeah. Parallel
And I
universe.
mean, there was no way I had no canopy overhead and no canopy. My reserve didn't open either. But I had the softest landing. Nothing was hurt on me. It was pretty much I was laid down on the ground.
Wow, that is unimaginable. That's strange. Wow. Somebody, hold it. Somebody hold you.
Oh,
Bring it like
it's
down like
weird.
that.
Like I said, I
Yeah.
don't tell that story often, and I've only shared it a few times, but I feel
Yeah.
like my wife knows it, and like some of my family members know it, but I probably should be dead. You know what I mean? From that
Yeah, it's
alone.
like It's like unimaginable. You cannot explain it, how it happened, Like a lot of people say, no, it can't. I don't know. There are so many things in the life you cannot explain. The science cannot explain, like religion cannot explain. That's why it's called paranormal. What is the paranormal? It's like beyond normal. The normal things follow the rules
Yeah.
of the science, the rules of the physics. If it don't fall into that rules, it's like para. Para mean above normal.
Sure. So, yeah, and me being a paranormal investigator, I'm a firm believer that I've died about 5 or 6 times in this lifetime.
Yeah, that's
Why I'm
true.
here, I'm hurt. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm injured in different ways, but I'm not like where I should be right now. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I should probably be in the ground because some of my events have been where people lose their life for accidents.
Hmm.
Like, I had a car accident 2 years ago. I was underneath a truck, and I don't know, my airbag didn't deploy nothing, and I walked away almost with no like physical outside injuries. Now I did have a torn rotator cuff and got injured in the accident.
Oh,
But I didn't have no airbags, nothing, and I walked away from it. It's kind of weird. I was like, well, that was probably before I died.
yeah, that's happened, man. It's unexplainable. So yeah, so all right, who is else with us right now? I have no idea who
So
else.
we have Nicole's in here watching. My wife Emma's watching. Patrick's watching. We have a whole bunch of people. Thank you guys for coming in. And if you have a story you'd like to share or tell, I've shared the link in the comments. We will merge you, and you can come on in and tell us your story about a haunted object or a house. I know my wife can tell you some stories about this house, but I don't have to let her tell it because she she's an empath in our family, and I feel like she gets a lot of the bad stuff that I don't
Yeah,
have to deal with, thank God, but she does it. So,
maybe we can invite her one day as our guest, so she can tell us some, stories. What she feel and what she see. That'd be great. Nicole, hi Nicole, she is still here. Thank you very
Nicole is
much.
still here. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah.
And well, my wife Dana said Nicole has some mom sure stories. She says, "Girl, too many." It's too funny, but yeah, Jay. Yeah, it's like you said. It goes back to well, I don't know, would it have really been a haunted item for me? It could have been a blessed item. You know what I mean? Paranormal can go both ways of the spectrum when you think about it.
Yeah, that's true. Like a lot of people keep like, especially like things given to you, like especially blessed give things, and sometimes like you have heard like somebody give a coin to somebody, and in a World War II, and
Amy Guzman, welcome in.
Amy, hello, Amy, how are you? Anybody, somebody else, if they want to join, you can join us tonight or maybe next week with any
Yeah,
strange and horror spooky events and story to tell us. That would be great.
that would be awesome. Like we do, this is our weekly show. We do it once a week, usually Thursday nights. Try to do them around 8, but there'll be times when we do them a little earlier, like 7. So but the day is usually Thursday. And
Yeah,
me and
Thursday.
Jay are open to do this show anytime anybody wants to come on in and they have a story or they have questions or they got something they want us to check out. We are all good.
Sure. Also, just recommend us what topic we need to talk, like what we need to
Yeah,
discuss.
if you have any topics or anything that you've experienced, like I don't know, even cryptids maybe, or you have a haunted house, or you've experienced like paranormal activity somewhere else, or any story you may have or you want to tell, and you feel like it's a good story, we welcome them to the show. and the more we get, the better we can bring a better product to everybody. So
Yeah, that's true. That'll be right, man. Yeah, I have many stories about not a stories like real things which people share me like not from here, like not in the United States, but back home, Pakistan. I have
oh
a
yeah,
really strange story about a mirror, a haunted mirror. Somebody bought it back home in Pakistan, and
huh?
that was a strange happening. Maybe we can share next time in the live stream.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Jay, we'll work on getting another topic for next week, and we will be like I said, we take recommendations, we take stories, we take whatever you guys are interested in. We will be glad to research and give you information. And sometimes coming up in the future, we will be updating like some of our previous investigations and uploading evidence we actually got. So keep following, like, share us to all your platforms and all your friends and family. And I think this is a good point to end the show. So y'all have a good night and thank you for joining.
Take care. Bye bye. I'll see you next time on Paranormal Society of Savannah. Savannah, the most haunted city.